Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, April 27th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right. A little over 2 minutes to market open. Yeah, 2.5 minutes. Good morning, Pamela. Please do say hello in the chat. That's the only way I know who's here in the morning. And good morning, Miles. All right, crude oil. Start time 9 o'clock on the 8-tick range bar, 8-cent momentum bar for TradeStation. This is a spotlight chart. So our first trade of the day is at 9:05:10. This is traded out of New York. Pick up a short at 74.38, and that goes target 1 of 10, minimum 10 ticks, target 2 of 16. That's 26 ticks this morning. One and done session, and that's the 9 a.m. mini session, so we'll wait for 10 o'clock for the next mini session. Good morning, Aaron. All right, the YM is flat, as is soybeans, so we're looking for new trades there. That is a squeeze zone trade that's filtered out on the YM. Unleaded, we pick up a trade 16 seconds after the hour, same start time, 9 o'clock. This is a 20-tick range bar or a 0.002 momentum bar in TradeStation. Entry is at 499.99. Initially too fast to trade. We bounced down in just 6 seconds, but comes back up, gives us another chance to get in. Comes down, it just misses money management by a tick or two. And we get a stop and reverse possibility. The entry for the long plots at 5011. So 4-tick stop and reverse adjustment puts us at 015, and I would certainly go to 016 with the key level. And that key level adjustment keeps us out of the long. Gets as high as 5015. And continues to, then goes back to the short side, continues on. So we actually stay in this short trade. And the market is open, and we have a short trade that's get in sync for the YM. And the long cancels the short. I would certainly, entry is at 533, SMA is at 531. So yeah, that's, but it's 7 seconds from setup down here, so I would say that's an avoidable trade. And also the triggering in does cancel the short. The unadjusted trigger cancels the short, so no trade there. Soybeans 14.05 flat, short setup. Now, filtered long setup. That's one close above the balance line, or the signal line. This is a counterpunch chart. 5-tick range bar, 1.25 point momentum bar for TradeStation. And now we go long on the YM. All right, the long, that's just 5 seconds up to money management. That's too fast to trade. Soybeans with a new short. Triggering in short on soybeans. First actionable target, so we'll have 2 positions coming off at target 2. And the YM still has not had an actionable trade. Russell, possible full loss, and we have a short trade. Yeah, 9 seconds to entry, so that you should be in that if you're trading it. Already hit money management, so 43.3 for the stop. Just missed target 3. Missed it by 1 tick, got to 40.9. Money management on soybeans, so stop will come to 05 3/4, and there is target 2 at 14.04 flat. 2 positions come off 8 ticks apiece, and that will be a one and done session when that trade completes, because that is our objective target, at least our objective target, and we will be positive, so that'll be a POQ trade. Oh my, and Russell stops out for break even after missing target 3 by a tick, and we get 2 more ticks off soybeans, 18 ticks on the morning. Not a big day. Good morning, Don. But positive session nonetheless. Step aside for tomorrow. So back to the discussion on unleaded. So we survived the stop and reverse, comes back down, hits money management target 1, and target 2. So target 1 traders come off with 52 ticks, target 2 traders with 81, and then it continues down and trails. We can pick up the trailer for this subsequent trade, and we trail on down all the way to 891 from 999. So we get 108 ticks on the trailer to go along with 52 or 81. 160 ticks for target 1 traders, 189 for target 2. And a winning session on a single trade. So we'll go look at Micro NQ. Probably unavoidable trade. We were right around the entry, it looks like, at our start time. It looks like it was headed up, so I'm going to assume that was not a tradable trade. Although that bar is like 2 minutes and 42 seconds, or over 2 minutes and, yeah, it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. But we now have a long. Oh yeah, 24 seconds on the first bar, so definitely in that. Okay, YM still looking for its first tradable trade. Micro Russell is flat. Micro NQ is long. And the YM with a long trade. Did we have time to get in that one? Oh yeah, 22 seconds. Probably plenty of time at the entry. And it doesn't matter because it just came down and hit the entry again. So long on the YM. A potential long on the pound Aussie. 88.61. This will be the buy side, so you'll adjust for the spread here. My spread running about 3 pips. And almost triggering, or did it? It came within a tick or so if it didn't trigger in. And definitely triggering in now, so pound Aussie is long. Micro NQ takes a full loss on the long and sets up a short. Should have had time to get into that. And the YM stops and reverses to short. All right, and the YM looks like it's kind of going back and forth, so we'll have to see where it goes from here. But that would have been entry at 29, stop and reverse would be at 27. And it definitely triggered in right there. Micro NQ in the short. The Russell taking a full loss on the short, on a short. And with a long setup on the Russell now, 41.6. The long setup on the Russell is still valid until we get a crossover, because we have not hit the entry yet. We need a crossover of the fast cat line below the slow cat line to cancel that trade, which would also set up a new trade to the short side. But right now, fast line is well above the slow line, so we'll have to wait a bar or two. Looks like it definitely is not going to happen on this bar. Okay, crossover will occur on, looks like it's going to occur on this bar when at the close of this bar. On the micro Russell. So we have a potential, and it's going up, but looks like we may get the cross. Yes, not sure where it's going. YM with another stop in reverse. 43. Okay, looks like ultimately it did not cross over. So the trade is still valid unless we get a down close here. It looks like that might give us our crossover. YM hits money management and target 1 the long trade. YM stop at 44 now with the stop and reverse adjustment. Micro NQ still short. Micro Russell is flat, but still currently has a valid long trade. Another 10 minutes or so before our 10 a.m. crude session. And we do trigger long. Long on the Russell. Micro Russell. There's target 1. That's needs a couple more ticks and there it is. So money management. Break even stops at 41.7. And here's target 2, looking for target 3 to take profit. And there is target 3, so there is your first winner of the morning. All right, YM going through targets 2 and 3, trailer at 564. And the Russell stops out for a couple of ticks on the trailer. 2 positions there. MNQ, full stop out on the short. Long, we'll have to check out. So let's duplicate that chart. There's the entry. There's the stop. And that's our entry time. That's our setup time. So now we go to a 4-second chart from our Renko bar. There we are. The entry was up here. Okay, so yeah, we hit the entry. And actually that was plenty of time. There's 4, 8, 12. 12 seconds, and we still crossed over it after that, so that we would be in the long, and then it went and hit the stop exactly. So that actually is another full loss. And that is loss number 3. MNQ is done. YM's gone through target 4, stop at 584. And a potential stop and reverse on pound Aussie at 848. And stopping and reversing. First actionable target is target 2. With our stop and reverse adjustment, target 1 was originally 12 ticks, it's now only 10. $847 for the, so we need to go to 435 for money management, and so that brings our target to target 2. $12 minimum for money management, 12 pip minimum rather, and we're just about ready for the 10 a.m. crude session. currently in a trade that's gone through target 3 and trailing, so that will not be a get in sync. All right, in our 10 a.m. session, but we're waiting for that trade to finish. And meantime, the MNQ is in a short that we're not participating in because we have completed that session with 3 losses, unfortunately. All right, and still waiting for a trade on the micro Russell and on crude 10 a.m. session. All right, YM did ultimately stop out. possible stop and reverse there, and then stopping and reversing back again to long. If necessary to get us positive. Actually, the short was not a stop and reverse because it was just below the stop for the YM trade. So we get 561 to 527, 24, 40 down 48. 527 to 543, another 16, 32, down 80 ticks. We pick up 22 on target, and actually no, pick up 20 on target, and then we go from 43 to 607, so 64. So that does get us positive. So we actually are POQ on the long trade. All right, crude stopping out, so we can get a trade here. Russell with a short trade. And Russell taking heat. There is a fourth loss on the micro NQ. So definitely good that we were not continuing on with that trade plan. Short trade on crude oil. Looks like 74.94. Touch the entry. I'd say bring that down to 93. Pound Aussie back at the entry. Entry was at 47, 847. Russell is still short. Crude waiting to get in sync with this trade, making a one tick adjustment around the swing level. Since it came right to the entry, push that down a tick. And there's the entry at 93. So money management is at 79. So short on crude. Russell trying to work its way down to target 1. We got to go 3 ticks beyond, so we got to get down to 42.5 to come to break even. 14 tick minimum for break even. So short on the micro Russell, short on crude, and short on the pound Aussie. Those are our only 3 active charts at the moment. And those are the only 3 charts that we're looking for trades. all three are in shorts. And a full stop out on crude. And a full loss on the Russell as well, and switching to long on the Russell. MNQ finally getting a positive trade in. There's a target too, but that is outside of our trade plan. Break even there. One loss. No, actually, yeah, that ended up being a winner. Break even, one loss, one win, two losses, and we were are we at break even? Yep, we should be at break even. 47.2. And stopping out for a break even on the Russell. Looks like another potential short coming on crude. There it is, 75.03. So once again, short. Final trade, or one last trade we can take on the Russell, and it's a short setup. We haven't triggered yet. 44.4. And now triggering into the short on the Russell. So Russell, and we've got money management on the pound Aussie. Actionable target is target 2 on the pound Aussie because of the stop and reverse adjustment. So we have 2 positions coming off. You're welcome, Aaron. All right, Russell getting a second winner in here. Target 3. And maybe target 4 if one more tick. And there's target 4. Trailing at 44.1 now. Money management on the crude trade. $75.02 for the crude stop. Looking for target at $74.83. Looks like we got to 84. One tick from target. Micro NQ stopping out of the long trade there. Current stop on the pound Aussie should be 46. Let's see, our loss on the first trade was 46 ticks, 23 tick risk. We get target 1 and 2, we'll get 51, so we will be POQ if we can get to target 2. Getting to 84 again on crude. Need 83 for target. That's the second time it's been down here. If it comes down to that 83 again, there it is. I'd mark it out of that position. Don't quibble over 1 tick. And there's the 1 tick. So we pick up 83. And that's 21 ticks. So we're down 25 now. And we have... No, I'm sorry, that was 20 ticks. So we're down 26. We have 31 on offering at target 2, 74.72. $43.6 on the Russell. That's for the stop, trailing stop. We've got already taken profit at targets 3 and 4. So trailing position is all that's remaining. Pound Aussie stopping out all 5 positions on the trailer at 46. So that actually is about a 2.5 pip loss with spread. So about a 7.5 pip loss, unfortunately. But that 7.5 pips is basically a cost of doing business in Forex. It was a break-even trade. Russell stop still at 43.6. Crude starting to move down a little bit now. Looks like we'll probably come to 75.01 for the stop on the close of this bar. Balance line's at 97, so we put the trailing stop at 99, which would key level to 75.01. And even if the balance line comes down to 96, it would still key level to 01 because that's a major key level. So 98 would still adjust up. And the Russell stops out at 43.6. So that trade plan is done. See if we can get crude down to target 2. Get POQ on this 10 a.m. session. It'll effectively be a break-even session, 5-tick net positive. And crude got through to target 2. So that ends that session with a 5-tick positive result for the mini session. So that just leaves pound Aussie, which is currently flat. And that's a good place to call it a morning. So unless there are questions, if you have questions, please do put them in the chat. You have a great weekend, Pamela. And we will be on a regular schedule next week. As far as I'm aware, nothing new. It's a regular Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday 9:30 a.m. sessions. Crude oil inventory report Wednesday at 10:30. You have a good weekend as well, Miles. Good trading tomorrow. I will go ahead and warn folks. I'm going to be dark the latter part of May. I got a couple of weeks, almost 2 weeks. I'm going to be out traveling, and I'll have more news on that as we get closer. So everyone have a good afternoon, good trading tomorrow, and a great weekend. And we will see everybody on Tuesday.